I watched the Amy Winehouse documentary not long ago. You've seen that, right, Amy?
Yeah, I know.
And they talk about how, man, like her headspace, she needed the reset, man, probably in the way that, Dave needed to take a reset, but then the people around Amy it was like what you said, like that was their cash cow. I feel like they didn't want her to have that rest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, first time I met Amy Winehouse was outside of Deal Real in London, and I will always be a fan. I will always be forever saddened that she was not able to figure it out.
Do you feel like there's some truth to what I just said, though?
Because I'm going to tell you.
Oh, we're getting there. Okay.
Getting right there. Yeah. The thing that we have to remember is that it's difficult to have someone represent you that needs you to make an income for them to survive. And to your earlier question about when Y'all So Stupid got dropped and what I had to figure out, which I don't know if I answered, but I'm going to answer with this because it comes kind of full circle, even with Dave, with Amy. It's like I learned early on when I was 19, 20 years old, at that moment, I needed to be able to have an income that was solely based on my talents, not based on someone else's talents, because that would lead me to making decisions on their behalf to pay my bills, or pushing them into making decisions that were not beneficial for them, that may solely be beneficial to me wanting to be able to survive.
Completely.
And so I never wanted to be there. So I figured it out. I had figured out that this myself was a commodity, that there's something here that I can get paid for and that I should be getting paid for outside of De La Soul, outside of Mos Def, Kweli, Reese, Little John, David Banner, Vince Staples, Dave Chappelle. I need to have a brand. Blacksmith has to be something that someone's willing to pay me for because of I'm credible, I'm a creative, I'm reliable, I'm all these things that my clients believe in. I have to find a way to build this so it's structured and functional. And I was able to do that. And so I warn people, I warn them, always look around you. And if your persons that you're working with, the persons or person that you're working with completely need, not want, but need your income to survive, what happens when you don't want to do this anymore? What happens when you want to take a break? What happens to that person? It's a bad position to put yourself in.
Your job is to advise on what's best for the client. And if you're in that setup, you can't possibly advise, right, on what's best for the client because you're too much in that equation, Corey.